The Day I Lived Without My Phone, A Journey to Freedom. Easy English Listening Story. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to our English learning channel, My Life Before the Challenge. Always connected, always distracted. For many years, my phone was glued to my hand. I didn't realize how much time I spent looking at the screen, sometimes hours without even noticing. I woke up and immediately checked messages, news, social media, and I did the same many times during the day. At work, meetings, even meals, my phone was never far. Notifications beeped and buzzed all day long. I often felt anxious, afraid of missing something important. But this constant connection didn't make me happier. It made me distracted, tired, and sometimes lonely. One evening, I caught myself scrolling mindlessly for 30 minutes. I felt empty inside. I thought, is this really how I want to spend my life? Have you ever had a moment like that? 2. The idea sparks curiosity. Could I live without my phone? One day, while reading articles online, I stumbled across a challenge. Try to spend one whole day without your phone. At first, I thought, impossible. How would I live? But the idea stayed with me like a small seed. I began to wonder, what if I could stop being a slave to my phone? What if I could find more peace, focus, and happiness? The next morning, I decided to try, just one day. 3. The first morning, strange silence and new feelings. The next day, I woke up without my phone by my side. It felt strange and uncomfortable. Usually, the first thing I did was check notifications, but now, there was only silence. For a moment, I felt lost. My hand reached for the empty space on the nightstand. But then, I took a deep breath and smiled. I decided to enjoy this new experience. I made breakfast slowly. No rush, no distraction. I looked out the window and watched the soft colors of the sunrise. The world outside seemed calm and peaceful, almost like it was waiting for me to notice. This simple moment felt magical. 4. A walk without distraction, hearing the world. Again, I decided to take a morning walk without headphones or music. Usually I used sounds to block silence or boredom. At first, the quiet felt strange, but then I began to listen, really listen. I heard birds singing beautiful songs, the wind rustling leaves in the trees, children laughing and playing in the distance. I noticed the fresh smell of the morning air. Colors were brighter, green leaves, blue sky, warm sunlight. For the first time in a long time, I felt connected to the world. I smiled at a stranger, and they smiled back warmly. That small moment of connection filled me with happiness. 5. The challenge at work, fighting the urge. At work, the test was harder. Usually, I checked my phone many times every hour. This time, I resisted the urge. My hands stayed on the keyboard. I focused on tasks deeply. I listened carefully in meetings. I felt my mind becoming clearer, more creative. Without distractions, I was more productive than usual. I realized how much my phone had been stealing my attention. 6. Lunchtime. Real conversations and new connections. At lunch, I sat with co-workers. Normally, everyone would be on their phones. This time, no one reached for their devices. We talked, really talked. We shared stories, dreams, even small worries. The conversation was deeper and more meaningful than ever. I felt a warm sense of belonging. It reminded me how valuable real human connection is. 7. The afternoon struggle, temptations and strength. The afternoon brought temptations. I thought about messages, news updates, and social media posts waiting for me. The urge to check was strong, almost like a craving. But I chose to be mindful. I took deep breaths. I smiled at the feeling, knowing it was only a habit. I remembered why I started this challenge, to find freedom. This moment of self-control made me feel powerful. 8. Evening calm, rediscovering peace. After work, I went to the park. No music, no podcasts, no phone. Just the sounds of nature, wind in the trees, rustling grass, distant laughter. The night sky appeared, full of shining stars. I felt peaceful, calm, and content. At home, I read a book by soft lamplight. I enjoyed dinner slowly, savoring each bite. For the first time in years, I was truly present, with myself and the moment. 9. What this day taught me. Lessons beyond the screen. This one day without my phone taught me important lessons. Life is richer when I pay full attention to what is around me. Silence can be beautiful and calming, not scary. Real human connections matter more than virtual ones. I have control over my habits and my time. Small changes can create big positive effects. I saw how much beauty I had been missing because of constant distractions. 10. How you can try this too. Tips for your own challenge. If you want to try a day without your phone, here are some tips. Prepare ahead. Tell friends or family about your plan. Use an old-fashioned alarm clock to wake up. Plan activities that don't require your phone: reading, walking, cooking, talking. Keep a notebook nearby to write down thoughts or ideas. If work needs your phone, set specific times to check it. Be kind to yourself. If you check your phone, just notice and try again. Remember, this is not about being perfect. It's about creating space for yourself. 11. A new relationship with technology, balance and mindfulness. Phones and technology are amazing tools. They help us learn, connect, and work. But they can also steal our attention and peace. This challenge helped me realize I don't need to be always on. I can choose when to connect and when to disconnect. Balance is key. Mindfulness helps me use technology without letting it use me. 12 final words, your invitation to freedom. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I invite you to try your own day without your phone. Notice how it feels. Observe what you discover. Enjoy the freedom. And if you want, share your experience in the comments. Remember, small steps can lead to big changes. You are stronger than you think. Real life happens when you're present. Bonus section, reflective questions for you. How much time do you spend on your phone every day? What do you usually do on your phone? How do you feel when you are without your phone for a few minutes? What moments in your day do you want to enjoy more fully? What small changes can you make to reduce screen time? Bonus section, mini challenge for the week. Try to put your phone away for 30 minutes each day. Use that time to do something you enjoy without screens. Write down how you feel after each mini break.